Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am scrapbooking some memorabilia. Now these are Disneyland guide maps and what are these things called? Times guides. So these were from our weekends. I say weekends because it was a birthday weekend and then we went back the next weekend and used the rest of the days of our tickets for Lana's birthday. But I'm going to be scrapbooking the guide maps and the times guides with the Disney-esque stuff that I bought from Close to My Heart a couple of months ago. That comes in page kits and like it's a workshop and it tells you how to build your page. But you guys know I don't like following directions. I kind of like doing my own thing. So let's see what I can do. Alright guys, I'm going to try to do this voiceover again. My daughter started texting me in the middle of it and I started giggling and laughing and it just was all a travesty. So here we go. Now I have a stack of things on my desk that I thought would be useful. I knew I wanted to use this star paper because it had the varying Disney colors on it. Now I will say this is a Disney-esque collection. This is not a licensed collection. So the colors are just, I want to say that they're just a little bit off. They just feel a little different than other Disney things that I work with. But that's fine. It's not bothering me. It just does have a little bit of offness to it. The reds are a little bit more orangey and the blues are a little bit more green than I'm normally used to working with, and the yellow's a little bit, I don't know how to describe the yellow. I want to say it's brighter, but it's duller at the same time, which is kind of funky. But anyway, that's the way I'm feeling. So as you could see, that printed sheet of cardstock that I was originally going to use with the black and the polka dots, that was like a whoa, that's way too much black on this bright background. So I decided to go with the striped paper and I cut it down in half. When the black background was there with the polka dots, that was going to be like the base for the maps. But I decided that the striped paper was too much as well, so I went ahead and used that for the pocket instead. Now I am going to pull out these little bits of tags because I will build up here on the left-hand side of the page a little bit more. Not as much as I originally planned on. So my original plan was to go big with the pocket and really decorate the heck out of it, you guys. I was going to bring in acrylic, wood veneer, foam squares, metals, you name it. My plan was to go big with a pocket. That was my thought. I was going to be like, yeah, you can go big with pockets. You know, it doesn't have to be boring. I don't think my pocket is boring, but I decided not to go big with it. And I decided not to go big with it in this particular layout because this is a Disney layout. And when I flip through the Disney albums, I actually pull out the maps in the pockets. And I look at them just to see like things have changed over the years, what was going on at that time. And I figured if I had a whole heck of a lot of embellishment on this particular layout, it could end up bad. You know, it could turn bad because, you know, the things that would be popped up and embellished and all that, they could get kind of bumped and everything an awful lot. So I decided if I just went more flat and kept it more simple, it would be better for the longevity of the page. Now, you guys know I really don't preach a whole lot about a longevity of my scrapbooks because I honestly don't care what happens to them after I die. My kids can burn them, they can recycle them, they can donate them, they can keep them, they can do whatever they want with them. My scrapbooks are for me now. But saying that, I want them to last for me now. And you might be thinking, dang, that Sandy girl is selfish. She is only scrapbooking for herself. Well, I'm scrapbooking for myself. I mean, that's why I do it. I know that there are scrapbookers are out there that do it for nostalgia and documenting sake, and like it's a family history thing, and it's like something that they want passed down through the ages, and I'm just not. I don't want to put the pressure on my kids that they have to keep my 100+ scrapbooking albums. I mean, I'm 40 years old and I have 100+ albums right now, and I've been scrapbooking since I was 16. So, I mean, add that up. Hopefully I've got some years left, and that might be a whole heck of a lot more albums. So I don't want that pressure on them. I don't want them to think that, oh man, this is mom's legacy. No, it's not. It's what made me happy. It's what helped me remember my memories. It's a nostalgia for me in the moment. It doesn't need to be a nostalgia for my kids or my grandkids or even my great-grandkids. Like, who cares what, Sandy did 38,000 years ago? I just care about it in the moment. So there is my little side rant for today. And now I have to actually look back down and see what I'm doing. So I have the circles over here on the left. I figured I've got circles down here. I might as well put some circles up here as well. So I just layered them up. I don't have a problem with the blue on blue up here in the top part of the layout. What I did have a problem with was the blue on blue where the tags were. I just felt like it kind of melted into one element, and I wanted these to feel like they were separate elements on the page. So that's why I put the tag over on the left-hand side instead of the yellow one as I had originally planned. And then it ends up kind of mimicking it, and I didn't even realize that until I am doing this voiceover right now. So I have the blue tag on the left, the yellow tag on the right, and red on top. And then the same thing happened up there in the circles. I have the yellow on the right, the blue on the left, and red is on top. So it kind of mimics it. Totally didn't do that on purpose, but it did happen. Now I was thinking about putting some black letters down there and spelling out maps. Usually I do. I usually reference the maps somehow in the title, but I think I'm just going to Fill the World with Sunshine as my title. I do write a couple of lines of journaling on both of the journaling circles, just talking about loving collecting guide maps and times guides, and it's a great souvenir. And it really is a great souvenir. It just is, in my opinion. Then I have maps from Lana's 17th birthday celebration in Disneyland up here at the top. And I was trying to figure out what else I was going to do this, if I was going to do anything. And I'm kind of flipping through some things. And then I'm like, oh my word, I cannot have naked tag holes. I can't do what I normally do, which is tie a bow and then glue it in the tag hole because my maps are behind the tags. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to do some embroidery floss through them. So I tie the two back tags backwards. And I say that it's backwards because it just looks backwards to me, but I wanted the tags to be a little bit different. So the two tags in the back are tied backwards, and the tag in the front is tied straight on correctly. And now I'm just kind of looking at this, trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to do to this page while I'm putting away the Disney-esque stuff. And then I think, you know what? Every layout's going to have a Mickey head on it. Not all of my layouts. I haven't done it. I kind of do it sporadically. Some layouts I do the Mickey head. Some layouts I'm just like, I'll just put it on when I'm putting the layouts away. So I add a red gemstone Mickey head on top of that red circle, and then I pull in two red glittery hearts just because that was the only bumpy thing on the page, and I felt like I needed to add a little bit more just to make it cohesive. So there it is, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this pocket page journey and listening to me talk about album philosophy. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again real soon for another video.